Hello everybody, Michael here for Tactica Imperialis. Welcome to today's video. Today's going to be a Warhammer 40,000 battle report, Orcs versus Tyranids. We're going to be playing 2,500 points, tactical objectives. I'm going to be using the Great Waaagh detachment and you were using some various detachments.
Yeah, combined arms and the Hive Vanguard formation.
Yeah, so this is the biggest solo battle report I think I've ever made. We played bigger games as teams, but I think I've never played I've never played a bigger game solo. So this is going to be a really fun experience. So we've set our armies up to show you. We've set the board up, and we'll do the mission when we get to that. So we'll go through the armies, we'll deploy, we'll talk through the mission, and then we'll get on with the game. As I say, we are using tactical objectives. I've bought my own deck for the first time. So with that all said, place your bets in the comments below. Let's get on with the game. So, here is our 2,500 point Tyranid force over 2 detachments. So we'll start with the small one, and then we'll do the bigger one.
Right, so the Hive Vanguard has a Flying Hive Titan with Twin Devourers and Regeneration.
Nice.
3 warriors with Bone Swords, Rending Claws and Adrenal Glands.
Okay, so that's Furious Charge, isn't it?
Yeah, Furious Charge.
Okay.
And they get Fleet as well.
Right.
20 Gargoyles, no upgrades on them.
So Flesh Borers, they're just Warp Pistols, aren't they?
And that's the detachment. The Gargoyles are allowed to deep strike so long as they're within 12 inches of them. I think you've seen it before.
Is the teleport around the board?
It's the teleport the Gargoyles, deep strike wherever you want.
Okay.
So then the Combined Arms attachment has got a Hive Titan with Hive Commander, 2 Twin Devourers, the Norn Crown and Regeneration.
Okay.
We've got for troops 30 Termagants with 10 Devourers, another 30 Termagants with 10 Devourers, 3 warriors with Venom Cannons, with a Venom Cannon and 2 Death Splitters.
Okay.
We've got a Tervigon, who's troops because of the 30 Termagants, who's got Crushing Claws, Electroshock Grubs and Regeneration.
So Haywire.
4 Ripper Swarms, who have Tunneling and Spine Fist, so the Tunneling gives them Deep Strike.
Okay.
We've got a Lictor,
Basic Lictor.
So basic Lictor, a Hive Crone with Cluster Spines.
Yep.
A squad of 4 Spore Mines and a squad of 5 Spore Mines.
Yep.
And then we've got a Carnifex with 2 Twin Devourers.
Okay.
A Trigon Prime with the Miasma Cannon and Regeneration.
Okay.
And then a Trinifex with Electroshock Grubs and Regeneration.
And 20 Holy Gods.
Oh yes, and 20 Hornets.
So
And they've got Poison Glands as well.
okay, so you said it was which gun was it on the Trinifex?
Trinifex has got the Acid Spray and he's also got Electroshock Grubs.
So more Haywire.
Yes.
The Miasma Cannon's a relic, isn't it?
Yep.
So that's got a poison pie plate and a
Yeah,
normal shot.
8d4, 2+ poison, small blast, or a flavor.
Okay.
So yeah, should be interesting.
So there we go. That's the 2,500 points.
The Warlord will probably be the flyer.
Okay, so these guys will still have objectives secured, but in terms of like primary detachment, it's the Vanguard.
Well, no, I don't know if I can. I'm pretty sure I can make him the Warlord.
If it's a detachment, then anyone from that detachment can choose as a warlord if it's a character.
It's a
So
formation. He might have to be the Warlord then.
no, I think it's him. If I can take a warlord from a formation like the council, then
Oh yeah,
you
that's
can
true.
too.
That's true.
So we're assuming the wing flight is a warlord. If it's any different, we will let you know, and we'll do traits and psychic powers when we deploy.
Yep.
So that's the Tyranids. Let's take a look at the Orcs. So here we have my Great Waaagh detachment. My core formation is a Ghazghkull mob. So that is led by a warboss in mega armor with a combi scorcher and a cyborg body. He did have the big possible, but I realized I didn't need it, which I'll get to in a minute. We have 3-man squad of knobs with heavy armor and a combi shooter scorcher. We have a 30-man squad of boys, knob with a power claw. A 20-man squad of boys, knob with a big chopper. I think that's what I gave them. Yep, knob with a big chopper. And a 20-man squad of shooter boys with 2 big shooters and just a very basic knob, no upgrades on him. They all cause fear and can fully reroll their charge distances as well. Also in that formation we have 2 Death Dreads, sadly not WYSIWYG because I left some parts at home. The one on the left, the big one, has got a 2 power claws, a scorcher and a big shooter, and the one on the right has 4 power claws. I know, suspension of disbelief necessary, I'm apologising. Here we have a 3-man squad of Killikans, with a Scorcher, a Ghazghkull, and a big shooter. I know, proxy rocket launcher, my apologies. We then have a Gorkanaut with Grot Riggers for It Will Not Die. It has its Deathstorm Mega Shooter, a Scorcher, its Fist of Gork, or possibly Mork, some rockets, and some big shooters as well as far as this is modelled. I'll double check that when it comes to actually using the thing. So that's all the Ghazghkull mob. They cause fear, they reroll their charge distances, it's all good. My command choice is the Council of Waaagh. So, Ghazghkull Thracker, Mad Dog Grotsnick, Proxy Painboy, but it's as close as I can get, and it is a Ghazghkull model, so slide. 2 war bosses, identical, heavy armor and a power claw. a big mech who has heavy armor, a custom force field, and the chopper of the Ragnarok. So if he starts killing stuff, he gets better and better at killing stuff. So it gives me a pseudo power claw if we get far enough into the game. I then have a 4-man Nob squad with a power claw, a Waaagh banner, which is the banner of the Great Waaagh, and just a basic guy. They're all in heavy armor as well. So that is my command choice. Then I have my auxiliaries. I couldn't fit any more formations in, so this is what we've got. We have a 10-man squad of Grots with a runt herd. We have a 3-man squad of Warbikers with a Nob with a power claw, a 5-man squad of Looters, a 6-man squad of Burners where one is upgraded to be a mech, and 2 tractor cannons with ammo runts. So they're my Skyfire. That is the army. So for command benefits, I'm going to just show you my Waaagh Ghazghkull book. And Kieran can also see this because he's sat right next to me. So the Council of Waaagh, nobody can lead the unit, it's all no independent characters. The unit is fearless and everyone is +1 weapon skill. The war bosses are a further +1 weapon skill, so their weapon skill 7. And Ghazghkull has 3 warlord traits, Prophets of the Waaagh and 2 others from the table in this book. I've told you about the kill mob, and in terms of my other bonuses, I can re-roll on the warlord traits. I can't do that with the war bosses, I think. I can war every turn, and everybody with 10 or more models has a proper Hammer of Wrath all the time. So that will be all my squads of boys, and assuming it's at full strength, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, the council's 1 short of getting Hammer of Wrath. So that's the army, 2,500 points of orky goodness. So we're going to get to the board, and we're going to go through warlord traits, psychic powers, and all of that other fun shenanigans, as well as the mission. And so here is the board. So I won both sides and deploy first, so I'm over here. I maybe should have picked to go second, but in hindsight's a wonderful thing. So, 3-man Nob squad with the Combi Scorcher down here. The Killer Cans are here. The 20-man squad of boys with their big chopper knob are here. The Shooty Death Threat is there. Tractor Cannon's here. Council is here. Ghazghkull at the front because he's immortal. Gorkanauts containing the Burners, which is why the mech's there just to denote that. The Grots are here. The 30-man squad of boys are here, led by the Mega Armoured War Boss, who isn't going to be slowed down thanks to Ghazghkull's Waaagh. Looters, I wanted them up here, but it's outside my deployment zone. Combat Dread, Bikers, Shooter Boys, that's your lot. We'll go over the objectives in the mission once we've gone over deployment. So on this side, we have the Shooty Warriors.
I got Infiltrate for a Warlord trait, so I infiltrated the Carnifex, that, and those guys.
Yay.
Which is quite nice. We've got my Blob of Gargoyles, the Flyrunt, Carnifex, as I've just said, the Wartrunt, 30 Gaunts infiltrated, Tyranids infiltrated, the Lictors infiltrated there. 20
infiltrated, yeah.
The Warriors, and then the Hive Mind. And then
that seems a little close, because I think like...
No, it's definitely out of 12, and I'm pretty sure line of sight's fine.
Tractor cannons?
You can't see, you can see like a claw in through there, which doesn't count as part of the wall.
Okay, it's fine. I'm not going to argue it, I just thought I'd ask. And in reserve, we've
got the 2 lots of spore mines, the Ripper Swarms, the Trigon, and then the outflanking Turbigon.
Because High Commander.
High Commander, yeah.
So that's how we are. So the mission we're playing is Spoils of War, which is mission 4 on the tactical objectives table, which basically means you have to keep your secure objective X and your opponent can score them off you. So objective 2 is here, objective 6 is there, objective 4 is there, objective 1 is there, objective 5 is there, and objective 3 is over by the looters and the bikers. At the moment, I stand to go first, but if Kieran seizes the initiative, this could be fun. Before we do that, Warlord traits and Psychic Power. So Kieran, as he said, got Infiltrate as his Warlord trait for 3 units. That on the strategic table. I rolled twice on the Waaagh Ghazghkull table. So Ghazghkull has Prophet of the Waaagh, which he normally has. He is also Ballistic Skill 3, and his unit has Outflank, but didn't take advantage of that because I needed the Fearless on turn 1. For Psychic Powers, could you just run us through them quickly?
So this guy has got Catalyst, and he's also got Paroxysm.
And Dominion.
And Dominion, obviously. This guy has got the Horror and Psychic Scream.
And Dominion.
And Dominion. And then the Turbigon who's off the table also has Paroxysm and Dominion.
Okay, so seize the initiative roll. No. Also to note, night fighting is effect on turn 1. We actually remembered to roll for it for the first time I think ever. So, game on. Let's go back at the end of Waaagh Ghazghkull, turn 1. End of Orcs, turn 1. General movement in this direction. General terrible running in this direction. Roll the 3, roll the 2, roll the 2, roll the 2, roll the 2. Which annoyingly over there, considering that these guys can run and charge, because I called a Waaagh as I do every turn with Waaagh Ghazghkull, means that they were actually short of doing anything, which is extremely annoying. The bikers shot 3 gaunts out of existence, and I've taken 2 wounds off the Carnifex thanks to the Ghazghkull and a snap-firing tractor cannon, so good on you guys. Nothing here was really in range, so I just made a run. In terms of what I drew Secure Objective 1, Secure Objective 3, and Secure Objective 4. Now Objective 4 is right here. Objective 3 is right here. Objective 1 is right there. So, in this mission I've scored 2. I can't discard Objective 1, unfortunately, which means that Kieran will take it off me. But that's the way of the mission. So, not a great first turn, and I get the feeling it's going to get quite painful if I can't make a 2+ save. So, cards. Let's see what we get going into Tyranids turn 1.
Big Game Hunter.
Killer vehicle.
Okay. Secure Objective 1.
2 points.
And Secure Objective 5, which I'm pretty sure I got.
Yep, that's just right there. So that's 3 points going to Kieran.
And then hopefully a second. Maybe D3 if I get really lucky.
Maybe a D3. No, Super Heavies is what you get your D3.
Super Heavies.
Yeah, it's for Super Heavies. So that is the end of Orcs turn 1. We'll come back at the end of Tyranids turn 1. End of Tyranids turn 1. So the gargoyles did a teleporty formation-y trick, boing, and shot a knob to death. This guy lost a wound to the warriors. 2 Killicans are dead thanks to combined twin link devoury nonsense. Couldn't make a cover save to save my life, even when I had a 4+. No damage to the boys here. They attempted to paroxysm the tractor cannons, but failed. But his Hive Tyrant and Carnifex both have catalyst, so they have feel no pain, which is kind of nice. Over on this side, about 1, 2, 3, 4 boys are dead, and my war boss is on 1 wound because I failed 2 2+ saves against Devourers, Great Devourers. That was after the Tyrannifex. I got kind of lucky, I'll be honest. Over here, the Hive Crow killed 4 shooter boys, and then its blast scattered. The Hormagaunts attempted to charge the bikers. Overwatch failed, but so did the charge. Even with Fleet, it was a 9, so slightly unlucky there. In terms of objectives, well, Kieran scored all of them, because he got Objective 1, and he got my Objective 1, Objective 5, and he's killed a Killican. He's killed 2 Killicans, actually. It's for Big Game Hunter, and the guy also failed his Cowardly Grots check, so he is shaken. So I'll have to try and climb over and charge. So, in terms of my objectives going into turn 2, I have no cards because Kieran took my card off me, so I draw up to 3. Kingslayer. That's the war. Yep, the war current is the wall that I think I forgot to mention that earlier. Harness the war. Nope. But
No, you discard it.
oh, right, we're going to do that.
Physically cannot harness the wall, so.
As you wish. Secure Objective 1. For goodness sake, I've drawn that card twice now. And come on, card. Secure Objective 3. That's a point. Okay, so I've got some things I need to get on with, and First Blood is still available, so we'll come back at the end of Orcs turn 2. End of Orcs turn 2, that went interesting. So, Hive Crone has lost 2 wounds, but is not grounded and jinking. Shooter boys, you are bays. Hormagaunts have lost 5 from War Bikers. And the Death Dread here has charged the Gaunts, has killed like 3 of them, but the problem is that they still score objectives whilst in melee, which is a rule I'd forgotten existed, so the fact that I drew Objective 1 is very annoying. Boys here killed the Lictor in close combat, all good. Council made a massive charge and smacked the Tyrannifex to death. Didn't even need Ghazghkull, but I decided to try and keep the wounds off Ghazghkull for a minute, even though I had a 2+ invulnerable. I don't know why I decided to do that, and that meant that that war boss lost 2 wounds. Ghazghkull shot a wound off that Warcrant, but he has regeneration, so there's about a 50-50 chance he'll get that back. Over here, the tractor cannons were fantastic. They shot a wound off the Flyrant and then forced it to be grounded, because that's what tractor cannons do. The boys also managed to shoot a wound off as well, but failed the charge at the cost of 2 of their own. Here, the Knobs charged and the Killicans charged after shooting, although this guy was shaken so he couldn't shoot. And in total, 11 of them are dead in return for 1 wound on the Knobs, who are also blinded, but that probably doesn't matter. So, overall, not a bad turn. So, in terms of points, I scored Objective 3 again. I did not score Objective 1, but Kieran's going to take that off me. I'm going to keep Kingslayer going into Tyranids turn 2, and you have 3 cards to draw, my friend.
Yes, so we've got Objective 4,
I've got that.
Harness the Warp, should be able to do that, and Assassinate, kill a character.
There are a fair few characters knocking him out.
And I get D3 if I can kill 3 or more.
Okay, that's an interesting set of cards. Reserves.
Yep, all my reserves now. So 4 Spore Mines. No. 5 Spore Mines.
Yes.
Ripper Swarms.
Yes.
Trigon. Yes.
The outflanking Turbigon.
Turbigon. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So which side is he coming on?
Right, well, we'll sort that out now.
Okay, so there's a lot of bugs about to show up and try and eat my face, but with the way the game's going, I think he's going to need them. We'll come back to the end of Tyranids, turn 2. End of Tyranids, turn 2. This has gone really south. So, nothing happened here. Fine. I killed like 4, but doesn't really matter. The Tyrant has killed my Tractor Cannons. That's my dead pile, by the way. Half the Grots are dead because of the Rippers. That's another bit of dead pile. The Trigons killed like half of that squad. The Warriors have killed the Bikes. And the Council is tied up in melee, even though they killed 23 Gaunts between them at the cost of 1 dude. They're locked in combat, which means that they can't do anything next turn. Kieran also scored 3 points because he got Objective 1, which was mine. He got Harness the Warp, and he killed Assassinate. But I will be scoring Objective 4 off of him because my Grots are still around. Hey, I'm very worried now. I'm in a bit of bother. So cards. So I have Kingslayer. That's still on. Secure Objective 4. Oh, thank goodness. And give me one that I can get a D3 on, please. Domination. I need all of them. Well, there's one there. I can get that. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting them.
And the one that you cannot physically get.
Never mind. Alright, so that's a waste of an objective. So, come back at the end of Orcs, turn 3. End of Orcs, turn 3. So, a couple of Gargoyles died here because I got all hits and then rolled like 3 wounds. Great. This went horribly, so I tried to charge the Death Dread down here, lost 2 to Overwatch, rolled a 3. Terrible. Charged the boys in here, lost 1 to Overwatch, and the others just got battered because counter-attack. Killed about the same amount in return, so about 3 dead. Still not enough. Over here, the Council unsurprisingly cleaned house for no damage. Charged the boys in that background with Warboss into here. The Warboss did die, unfortunately, but I did take another wound off, but that was with the Ghazghkull because, well, its shooting was also diabolical. In fact, my entire turn was just diabolically bad shooting. The shooting boys, with the exception of the run, they did nothing to the Warriors at range, well, maybe like 1 wound, then charging Hammer of Wrath 1 to death, and then proceeded to club the rest of them to death.
Trampled one rather a lot.
Yeah, they stampeded through 1 and then proceeded to club the rest of it. Oh yeah, I need to do some consolidation moves, thank you for reminding me. So that's a 4.
And you're not testing the food.
And that's a 1.
I was making sure you did it because I know I've got the flamer.
So yeah,
crazy good.
So in terms of objectives, I've secured Objective 4. Kieran also had an Objective 4 card, so I've taken that, so I got to 5 points. I had Domination and Kingslayer. I've thrown away Domination because even if he bails his Hive Tyrant out here, my Council's right there. So it's still looking grim. Honestly, I do think I'm probably going to lose from here. I'm 2 points behind. There's a Crone to come in, and I've got all the monsters in the world to deal with. But we'll see. Come back to the end of Tyranids, turn 3. End of Tyranids, turn 3. So the Council have lost a Warboss and a Knot because I can't make an armor save to save my life. The Ripper Swarm has charged the Grots. I did kill the others with Luke, so I forgot to mention that, but he's gone into combat, that's fine. Trigon has killed half the Shooter Boys with the Hive Throne, but failed its charge. Those boys are down to 1, and somehow got away with it. He's destruct his Spore Mines right in front of the Council, so they can't do anything, and those Spore Mines there are blocking the Council that way. My Ghazghkull is Weapon Skill 1 and Ballistic Skill -1 because of Paroxysm, and my Death Dread is on 1 whole point after the Turbigon did some more damage to it, but nothing happened here as far as he's concerned. In terms of cards, he drew Objective 1, again, which he's got, he's always got it. He drew Domination and Kingslayer. He's thrown away Kingslayer because he doesn't think he can kill Ghazghkull and thinks he can get all the objectives, and to be honest, he probably will. So, going into turn 4, I've still got Kingslayer, though I'm probably going to have to throw it away. Kill something, issue a challenge.
Okay. That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be impossible.
Gotta get to that guy.
And secure Objective 5, which you're sat on.
But Spore Mines don't score. So if you keep the Council, you have it.
So I can sit there and take an right, fine. Okay, so come back at the end of Orcs, turn 4. End of Orcs, turn 4. So, Roadblock Council meant, and drawing Objective 5 meant that I kind of basically had to just do that. The Exploding Spore Mine did nothing because I couldn't even shoot them to death because I'm that good. That Orc's dead. The shooters shot 3 Hormagaunts, and the Death Dread killed 2 there. The Ghazghkull, it was paroxysm, but it was still having skill 1, was still fighting combat, but it missed its charge against the Trygon because I'm good at rolling dice. Over here, minor ray of sunshine. Oh, we forgot to do that combat, never mind. And here, the Death Dread, for no damage, going to take the Tyranids down to 1 wound. He did regenerate it off. If he hadn't got the regen, he would actually be dead. Over here, the Rippers kill 1 Grot for no damage for 1 wound in return off the Runt Herd, so tied combat there. And yeah, that's basically it. So objective-wise, I'm up to 6 points now. I've scored objective 5, and I've thrown away issue a challenge because we all know what's about to happen. That Tyrant is going to be going in that direction as fast as humanly possible. So Kieran is just going to go and get a drink. He'll be right back. So Tyranid objectives for turn 4. Thank you very, very much.
Objective 3 and hold the line as well as domination.
And you have objective 3 because your Ripper is able to hold it, even though actually we have to fight the combat. So if I do kill you, then I'll get it off you. Oh, sorry, got my looters out. Sorry. So the Trygon will take the looters then. My bad. So this may be last. I'm not sure. Come back at the end of Tyranids turn 4. End of Tyranids turn 4. Death Dread and Tyranids killed each other. And a bunch of Termagants died from the backlash, and they killed the Knob, no surprises there. The Killer Cannon and the Knob here are both alive, not quite sure how. The Council has lost a wound on the guy on this far end, and the Ghazghkull is paroxysmed again, so it's down to Ballistic Skill 0, Weapon Skill 2, and it's had its Death Storm Mega Shooter blown off by a Tentacled Missile, and it's on 3 hull points. But the Mech Boy will be fixing that in the shooting phase, so it's not too bad. Won't get the hull point back, but that can wait.
Can you fix the...
Yep, Weapon Destroyed, immobilized, and it can shoot immediately. The Dragon came over here, killed 3 looters actually, sorry, and took objective 3, which is Kieran's objective for the turn. He failed to get hold of the line because that one guy he actually wounded with the Carnifex in the Council is just close enough to his table edge that it didn't get it. But he's thrown away domination, he's kept hold of the line, and we go into turn 5, and I still have Kingslayer, which I probably shouldn't. Anyway, we get Secure Objective 4. Good, I just cleared out that combat. That reminds me, the Runt Herd killed the last Ripper's Run, but all the Grots are now dead. And Secure Objective 5, which is there, and I can't overscore your gaunt, so I'm going to have to actually clear them out. I'm going to have to clear them out. But there's 2 points there, so not all terrible. So, come back at the end of Orcs, turn 5. Just a reminder, the score is 9-6 in the favour of the Tyranids. End of Orcs, turn 5. The Termagants here are dead, Grotzuka to the face. The Hormagaunts there are dead, Council to the face, and they are consolidated back onto Objective 5. We've got a nice 6-inch consolidate, which is all well and good. The Burners, why did I not do this about 5 turns ago? The Burners got out of the Ghazghkull, smashed into the Gaunts, lost 2 guys, but killed 8 in return. So that's as many as the Dreadnoughts killed the entire bloody game. The Dreadnought killed another 3, so there's now only 3 left, so that should be clear for me if we go into turn 6. Over here we have a little Clash of the Titans going on, which looks awesomely cool, but it's actually not that fun. The Ghazghkull charged the Trygon, and despite the fact it was hitting on 5, still took it down to 3 wounds at the cost of 1 hull point in return, which it then immediately regenerated. It is also shaken, but I don't think that matters when you're in close combat. So its score is now 9-8. I scored objective 4, and I secured objective 5 over here. I'm keeping Kingslayer. I think I might just be able to get it, depending on what he does with his Hive Mind. I'm talking really fast right now, don't know why. And we're going into Tyranid's turn 5, draw a card. Oh, what have you drawn?
Objective 4.
Right, heard, so you want this turn to end.
And
Can't get that, draw again.
String.
And no flies at the start of the game, so we're going to let him draw another card. Which is where my knob is.
Okay.
So you need the game to end.
No, I can do things.
Well, it'd be nice for you for the game to end.
I can fix this.
Alright, so we're going to come back to the end of Tyranids turn 5. End of Tyranids turn 5. I am so annoyed right now. So, Grotsnick and the Knob are dead. Carnifex, wow, that was good shooting. And the Hive Current landed. Just to make it short, the Hive Tyrant decided not to charge in here, which is probably for the best, considering the amount of pummeling I just did to the Trygon. Mathematically, I would have killed it. And the Tyrant here killed the Runt Herd, fine. And this Knob, sadly, Barb Stronger to the face. So, objectives. I didn't get objective 4. So, objective marker 2 and objective marker 4, he did clear them out, which would have given me 2 points and would have put me in the lead, which is really disappointing, so I've got a sad. So, turn 5, turn end. Game ends on a 1 or a 2, 3 up, it would continue. No, the game would continue. Unfortunately, we have to leave. The shop is closing now. And
just see if you can make the charge the Hive Tyrant. That's all that really matters.
Okay, so would you? Yep. This might run out of memory, so I'm going to do this really, really quickly. That's 6 inches. I know that's 6 inches. I'd make the run just make double short. So that's all.
Yeah, you've made that charge.
Yeah. And you would be going first.
Well, I'd obviously
we'd
Four
be,
attacks. I have Ghazghkull 4 attacks.
He's like the kid.
you can kill him.
Well, yeah, but you challenge me.
And I would be attacking after, but you are first.
Yeah, I missed it.
You missed everything. And so Ragnarok would go first. That would have 5 attacks because the Ragnarok at the moment is strength 9, 10 AP 2 on the charge. Hits once because your weapon skill is 8. And wounds. And then Ghazghkull with his weapons, there'd be a Nog with a Power Claw who would have 4 attacks. And that would do 1 hit and a wound. The regen has actually saved his life here. Ghazghkull would have 6 attacks.
Yeah, Ghazghkull needs a miss always.
And he hits with 4 of them.
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
And you'd be dead. And I would score
A lot.
just an extra 1, so I'd only score 2 points for that, which would take me to 10. But I would lose Line Breaker and you would have it.
Yeah.
So, assuming that was the only thing that happened and no other cards were drawn, it would be a tie.
Well, it's just. So, what cards would you have drawn? What cards would I have drawn?
Okay, I would have drawn Supremacy, which I wouldn't get, and Behind Enemy Lines, which my Consolidate might get me. Yeah, I'd have got a 5 Consolidate, so I'd have got
I got
that.
objective 3, so.
We'd have been locked in combat. You'd have probably been dead, actually.
Yeah, true.
So I think
Yeah, I think you'd have won that.
we'll call it a draw, because at the time the game ends, we'd win and Tyranid win, but if the game had gone for another turn, it'd been an Orc win. So we're going to call it a tie here, and it's a bloodbath. Look at my bloody dead pile. It's been a blast. I really hope you've enjoyed the game, so
Excellent.
well played.
Cheers.
Unit of the match, don't really know. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Michael for Tactica Imperialis. Until next time, Kieran and I will see you all again. Bye for now.